Hi, this is the Domestic Alchemist. Welcome to my channel. Come on in and enjoy all the home and garden fun. Please like, share, and subscribe. This is the Domestic Alchemist back again. Today I'm going to do this video where I'm going to walk you through step by step the things I do to prep my grill. And you'll be able to apply these things to your prep and your grilling and get good results too. So let me show you this. This is the meat that I prepped to put on the grill. We got a nice pasture-raised whole chicken here and a nice lamb roast. I put some good seasoning on there, some good salt and pepper, and some tandoori seasoning on the chicken. On my lamb, I got salt, pepper, some Italian seasoning, and my special marinade, which is 2 cups of raw apple cider vinegar, a tablespoon of bourbon, and a tablespoon of honey. So you mix those things together, you let the lamb marinate in that, and you're ready to go. So we start off the grill. We're going to put these charcoals on there, and we're going to make kind of a mound. And you build it up in the middle. This is to allow the even heat over all the charcoals. You give it a good light, and one of the mistakes people make is they don't let this lighter fluid completely burn off of here, and that's the important thing to do because there's not a flavor that you want in your meat. One of the things I do that maybe a lot of people don't do is I do not clean my grill. What I do is I leave the char remains from the other grilling. I clean it once a year before I pack it up for winter. But during the season, I just char it. I just let the flames char the grill. And this keeps it from sticking, and it keeps the metal. You get little metal shards sometimes if you use that metal brush on your grill. Sometimes you can get those metal shards into the meat, and of course it's not something you want. So after you let it burn off completely, and that takes maybe, I don't know, 10 minutes, you come back and you spread your charcoal bed so that it's even. So you don't want that mound anymore. You want even heat around the charcoal bed. So you're going to spread these charcoals out and make a nice even bed of charcoals. So I'm doing that. And what I'm doing here is another great tip. Now this is something that a lot of people don't do either, but the way charcoal cooking works is you get this flash of heat when you prep the coals, when you have that mound. But that's not how you want to start. You don't want to rush your meat on the grill. So what I do is I leave it. I let it rest for about 20 minutes. And you control your heat more so by how you let the air come in and out. But you want that flash heat to be gone before you put your meat on there. Okay, after you've done that, we move on. Now we're ready to load the grill. So what I do is I put a little stainless steel pan in there, and what that is to add moisture. So what I'm going to do with that pan is I'm going to fill it up with water. I'm going to put it at the perimeter of the charcoal bed, and it's going to not boil, but it's going to get hot and it's going to get steamy and simmery, and that's going to add moisture to the cooking process. That's going to make a huge difference. You're not going to believe it if you've never done it. So what I have there is an old lid from a pan. But you can get any little stainless steel container and just fill it with water and put it in there. Another thing with your wood chips, you want to soak them for about an hour before you use them. And I recommend not using a lot because a little goes a long way. And you sprinkle those around the perimeter of the charcoal bed too, not right in the middle, because you don't want them to flare up and burn and smoke too intensely. Because all the smoke flavor is good, if you do it too much, it can become overwhelming. So you see there, I'm filling up that little pan of water, and that's going to add a lot of moisture to the meat as it cooks. It's going to keep it from getting dry and charred and getting those edges that are, like cardboard and hard sometimes. That's not going to happen. You're going to be really surprised at the final result. So I'm putting my roast with the marinade in there, and you see, here's another tip for you. I take my marinade, I add it to that little stainless steel container, and that's going to add flavor to the meat as it cooks too. As it boils off, as it steams off, It's going to become part of the atmosphere in there, and it's going to cook. And it's going to add to the flavor as the meat cooks. Now I put my chicken down. Now we're ready to go. This is a great prep. This is really going to work out. So now we cover it up. And what I'm going to do is I periodically check, but I go visually. So what I try to do is just turn it once. I try not to keep flipping, because I seem like I get much better results by just turning once. So as it turned out, this turned out to be about an hour and 20 minutes on each side. And like I said, visually I look at it to see when it's done. I don't really time, but I time the whole process to kind of give you a feel. And it was about 2 hours and 40 minutes total, so about an hour and 20 minutes on each side. So now I've flipped it twice, it's cooked, and we are ready to take this meat off the grill. And you're going to see how the moisture from that pan makes a difference if you've ever looked at meat that most people grill. Nice even heat. You control the heat more by how the vents are open. So the vents on the bottom I always leave wide open. The ones on top I leave a slit. And there you have it, domestic alchemy on the grill. A pasture-raised chicken and a lamb roast turned into culinary gold.